Hello and welcome back. I tried something new recently, and that is using proxy service to order directly from Japan. There are several online stores that you just cannot purchase as an international buyer, but thankfully there are various proxy sites that act as a mediator between the parties, and you can buy the items through them. I discovered a site called Neokyo, I don't really know how to pronounce it, on which I found lots of Nadia goodies I haven't found anywhere else. So today we will be looking at what came in this package. There are many advantages in buying through Neokyo. What I really like is the various web stores they are partnered with: Rakuten, Amazon Japan, Yahoo Shopping, Mercery, Surugaya, and the list goes on. When you find your items, you don't have to have them shipped one by one. They can collect everything in their warehouse and ship them later together as one package. I might make a tutorial on how to use their services if there's a demand for it, so let me know in the comments. So for my first ever package, I obviously picked the series Nadia the Secret of Blue Water. It's an older series, and internationally it's really hard to find official merch for it, and on sites like eBay there are horrendous prices for everything Nadia related. So I was curious what I can find with Neokyo. Boy, I went down the rabbit hole. I also finally found the last remaining Macross Delta figurine of Kaname, which I will review in a separate video. Let's start with the first and most exciting one. Aizu projects Nadia figure in her white island dress. I'm so happy to finally get this figure, not just because it's absolutely gorgeous, but she's finally wearing something else other than her circus outfit, which is so refreshing. It's a very rare figure, obviously, and on international sites, when you can find it, it's insanely pricey, but here I found it for about $43 or euros. It's a fairly old figure as well, and was released in 2008. For its age, the figure looks impeccable. Not a single fault can be found on its body or on its painting. It's a very charming figure with a simple transparent blue stand, and the assembly is easy. Next to the Lying Nadia figure by Belfine, this is easy the most beautiful I've ever seen, so if you're a fan of the series, this one is a real treat.
living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray.
The second pack contained a miniature figure of the first officer of Nautilus, Electra. It's part of a series called Character Figure Collection, and I know there is at least one other in this collection because I've seen a similar one of Nadia already. It's an unpainted one-piece figure that fits in your palm, kind of the same size as the Eugene Electra that we reviewed recently, and I'm planning to paint it later. This begs the question though, are there other characters as well that were released as part of this collection? The third little pack contained a very cute cell phone or keychain strap, with Nadia in a chibi form, in her white dress again. It's very cute, but too precious to actually use. I'm too afraid to lose it. Maybe I will attach it to my car key, it's not exposed to damage that much. Now the last one is a very interesting one. It's not actually a pre-painted figure from the series but a resin kit, but a very old vintage one, and it's not about the protagonist. Surprisingly, it shows one of the side characters, the nurse of the submarine Nautilus, Icolina. When I saw it, I immediately clicked on buying it because it's something I've never seen before elsewhere. It's an absolute rarity. It was $30 or euros, so it's reasonable compared to modern resin kits. I don't know when it was originally manufactured, but it's clear that it's very old. It has a photo of the final look, which is identical how she looks in the series, which is another major plus. It looks to be an easy kit. It also comes with an instruction on how to assemble it, but it's in Japanese, so I don't really know what is written on it. Based on the parts, it kinda should be self-explanatory on how to assemble it, but it's good to have a visual guide. When I look at the figure itself, I can see that the material has already aged. It does not have the usual white color, it's more creamy or off-white, and one of the legs seems to be broken as well. But no problem, we have fixed bigger issues before on other kits. It has no ID cards obviously, so I will have to look at my decal collection to see if I have anything that fits the character, and if not, then I will try to hand paint it. But it makes me wonder again. A relatively small character had a resin kit. Were there other characters released just like this? Overall, I was very excited for this package. As this was my first order through Neokyo, I was slightly nervous at first, because you never know what to expect. But the site seemed reliable. It had a great variety of items, not just anime related, but also from Western pop culture, like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and even niche fandoms and other vintage collectibles. It's a goldmine, and that's my main problem with it. You can get sucked into it so easily. You see so many interesting items when you browse the site. Just this little figure, that CD, oh this is a bargain, let's add this to the cart as well. And at the checkout, you find yourself with a bunch of collectibles that you weren't even planning buying. The prices vary. I definitely found lots of very reasonable priced figures as well as insane prices, so it's recommended to tread with caution, especially since the sellers often do not communicate in English. You can always use Google to translate the listing descriptions to your native language. Well, that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon.